talking to our youth today and giving them some words of encouragement. And I don't know if you want to call it asked. I don't know if I was asked to come up here, but I was definitely told to come up here. But I'm really glad to be up here, to be given this opportunity to talk to so many young people. And when I first was challenged with being, talked up, decided to come up here and talk, I've done many things. I've talked in front of, classmates, teachers, many people, but friends, peers, church members never really did that. So I was kind of nervous and I was trying to figure out what I was going to say. I wanted them to listen, I wanted them to hear, I wanted them to really grasp what I was trying to tell them. And God gave me a topic. Well, me and my mom had talked about it for a long time, but finally, sat down on the topic. You are designer made.
All right.
You are designer made.
All right.
Subtopic, created to be me. Now, when I first got this topic, I thought it fitted me really, really well, because throughout my whole, I guess you can say, high school career, that's all I've tried to do, is be me and nobody else. And we oftentimes in life, we face situations and, we meet new people, friends, sometimes even family, and we feel like we have to make changes in order to keep up with them, or to try and fit in, or to feel like we belong, or to feel like we're, a part of something. But most of the time, those changes, most of the time they're for the worse. We start talking different, walking different, acting different, and we tell ourselves crazy stuff like we're getting older and don't nobody understand, and it's just me. I'm gonna do me. Can't nobody change me, and this and that, and all the other crazy stuff that we tell ourselves. But all the while trying to impress people that probably don't like us no way and probably talk about us behind our back. And we get those same friends that we trying to impress. Once we finally get them, we find out that they've been talking about us while we're friends.
All right.
My friend Jamel, or y'all call him Jamil. I hope you don't mind me sharing this, but he has a very unique style of dress, as y'all can see. He likes a lot of colors. It was, I think, 8th grade, he got some shoes. Some Kool-Aid shoes. They was hot pink, and I just did not understand why he wanted to wear them shoes. That was him though. That was him. So he got those shoes, and he wore them shoes proud. He was proud of his Kool-Aid shoes. So this is 8th grade in middle school. Everybody liked the shoes. Everybody was talking about him, giving compliments. He came to, high school. He said he wanted to pull the Kool-Aid shoes out again. And the first day of school, not the first day of school, but the first time he wore them, he told me he was wearing them. And maybe a couple of weeks later, I asked him what happened to the Kool-Aid shoes. He said, "Man, I ain't never wearing them shoes again. You don't know how many people talked about me." I said, "I only got one compliment off them shoes." But I said that to say, he has a unique style of dress. And yes, he probably kind of changed a little bit, but for the most part, he stayed the same. But he let what other people said about his style of dress affect it, and he didn't want to wear those shoes anymore. He didn't want to wear, the Kool-Aid shoes or the colors. He had some shoes that looked like Fruit Loop shoes. But he let what other people say about him and how he dressed affect him. And he kind of changed a little bit the way he dressed. But if you let what people say affect you, you'll never accomplish that which you would set out to do. You'll never accomplish God's plan for your life.
Come on.
So my first point I would like to talk about is go against the crowd. Go against the crowd. Don't be a follower. You know, everybody has Twitters and Instagrams, and you follow people. But don't be a follower, be a leader.
All right, come on, man.
Everybody gets on Facebook, and then they make Twitter, and everybody follows everybody to Twitter. And then they make Instagram, and everybody follows everybody to Instagram.
Come on, come on.
Don't do what you see other people doing. Because the chances are, everybody's going this way, and God's all the way over here.
Wow. Wow.
And you're too busy following these people over here who are lost themselves. And they don't know where they're going because they're blind.
Yeah,
And you're trying to follow them.
yeah.
But God is over here calling you back this way.
Come on.
But you're steady trying to
Yeah,
follow them.
yeah.
But God, they going this way.
Yeah.
Be a follower. Be a leader. You know, don't be a follower. I read a poem in, I think it was 10th grade, and it's by a man named Robert Frost. And he came to a crossroads.
Yeah,
And he looked down one road
yeah.
and he saw that it was, you know, traveled on.
Right.
You know, you can tell it's been worn down. And he looked down another road. Of course, it looked clean and nice and stuff. You know, of course you want to go down that road. But everybody had went this way. But he made the decision to go down the road less traveled.
That's right, yeah.
And he said in the end, it made all the difference.
Wow.
And I can truly say, taking the road less traveled has made all the difference. Like you heard my mom say, I don't have a record. I don't have any children. I graduated high school. My dad, his dad, and probably his dad before that, was hoes.
Keep it real.
They was hoes.
Keep it real.
They were.
Real.
They all got women pregnant in high school at the age of 17. I'm the first male
Come on.
to break the curse. I'm the first male to break the curse. And I can say that it's truly made all the difference.
Come on, Dad.
Jeremiah 1:19. I fight against them, but they shall not prevail against thee. For I am with thee, saith the Lord, to deliver thee.
Come on, man.
He is with you. When you feel like everybody's going this way and they left you, you have that I am over here. You have greater than over here. Why follow the people who don't have anything for you anyway when you have the one over here that has everything for you? That wants to give you everything, wants to give you your heart's desires, wants to give you the things that you want and need. But you're trying to follow people that can't give you anything or help you anyway. I will deliver thee, saith the Lord.
Come on.
The next point I want to talk about is don't succumb to peer pressure. We talk about peer pressure in a lot of ways. Most of the time it has to do with, you know, sex and drugs and violence and all that stuff. But I want to talk about the pressure to fit in. The pressure to want to change to make others happy. The pressure to want to be liked. The pressure to want to be praised. Nobody in here likes to be talked about, laughed at. Ain't nothing funny. You ain't told no jokes. So why they laughing, right? That's what I be trying to figure out. Ain't nothing funny to me. Nobody wants to be laughed at, picked on, or talked about, singled out. Nobody likes that feeling. If you do, stand up. Nobody likes to be picked on. Don't succumb to the pressure. We all have this desire, but our job as a chosen people, as kingdom citizens of God, is to overcome that fleshly desire to want to be liked, that desire to want to be praised. But we start doing this to make others happy, to make people like us. So we get that same feeling, you know, the feeling the feeling that you need to be wanted, to be liked, You want somebody to care about you. For the longest, I didn't have a dad, and I just wanted him to come around. To feel like, I wanted to feel that he loved me. But I had to get past that. I had to overcome that. Because, yes, he is my biological father.
Come on.
But he's not the one that created me. He's not the one that created me to be who I am in this earth. I give all the credit to God for that. Yes, it will be hard. Yes, it's not easy to go against the grain. It's not. Isaiah 40, 30 through 31. It says, even youths shall faint. For our youths. Even youths get weary, and young men shall utterly fall. I've fallen a few times. Many times, actually. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength, and they shall mount up on wings as eagles, and they shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. God will be with you always. And just when you feel like all hope is lost, just when you feel like you have nothing left, he'll kick in, give you that extra joke to go a little bit further. But you gotta stay faithful. You gotta stay faithful. You gotta remain constant. You gotta remain constant. And the more you go after him, the stronger you'll feel. The more you go after him, the better you feel. The more you go after him, the further you feel you can go. But if you give up and you go over here, then you notice you start getting weaker and weaker and weaker. And then you feel like God has abandoned you. But you're all the way over here and he's way over there. So who's the one who's abandoned who? Looks like you gave up on him to me. That's all I'm saying. My last point, because I'm running out of time. Remember God is like my pastor. Jeremiah 29:11. I'm pretty sure everybody knows this. I know the thoughts and plans that I have for you. I know the thoughts and plans that I have for you. Thoughts of peace and not evil. To give you an expected end. That's your promise. That's God's plan for your life. That's what he's called you to be, what he's called you to do. Your talents, your gifts, the things he's put in your hand. The things to make you successful. The things that were created for you to do. So you can fulfill God's plan for your life. If you're following others, then you're trying to get what God has for them. And what's for them is for them. But you got to get what's for you. What's for you is for you and only you. So, in closing, I would like to say, be original. Be yourself. Don't be anybody else. Don't follow people. Be a leader. Be a trendsetter. Just because everybody wants to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning and go to the mall and get J's doesn't mean you have to. I'm not getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go nowhere. It's summertime. I promise you I'm not getting up. I promise you I'm staying asleep. Don't be a follower. Be a leader. Nothing wrong with the shoes. I like the shoes. Trust me, I love shoes. I love shoes. Nothing wrong with it. But do something different. We went to the youth conference and Miss Yvonne was talking about, you don't fit in. You were never meant to fit in.
That's right. That's right.
You were never meant to fit in. You were made to be different.
Yes.
You were never made to push. You was always made to pull.
That's right.
To pull people. Not push others. Not follow others. So I would like to say, don't let your environment change you. Change your environment. Thank you.
I'm gonna celebrate. Oh, you can do better than that.
5 minutes.